Before we begin, this video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice. Did you know that millions of people in the UK get paid, and then 2 weeks later, their entire salary is gone? It's not because they're buying designer clothes or going on luxury holidays. It's because no one ever taught them how to actually manage their money on a real UK income. The average full-time salary is about £35,000. After tax, that's roughly £2,300 in your pocket each month. Yet, the average person saves less than 3% of that, just £70 a month. In this video, I'm giving you a complete, practical framework for saving money, no matter what you earn or how many times you've tried before. We'll cover 6 specific strategies, using real numbers and zero vague advice. Make sure you stay until the end, because the 6th strategy is one that most people completely overlook, and it could be worth thousands of pounds to you this year alone. Let's get started. The real problem here is the situation most UK earners find themselves in, and I want you to recognize yourself in this because it is far more common than you think. Payday arrives, £2,336 hits your current account. You feel, briefly, like you have money. Then comes rent or mortgage. The UK average is now over £1,200 per month. Council tax, energy bills, groceries, your phone contract, 2 or 3 streaming services you barely use. Before you've made a single conscious decision, you're already down to £400 or £500. And then the small daily spending begins, a coffee here, a takeaway there, a few clicks on Amazon, and by the 20th of the month, your account is running on empty. This is not a discipline problem, it is a system problem. You do not have a budget, you have a leak. The good news is this: a leak can be fixed, and you do not need to earn more money to fix it. You need a system that works with the money you already have. That is precisely what I am going to give you. Strategy 1. Know your actual numbers. This sounds basic, and it is, but I would estimate that fewer than 10% of UK adults could tell you, right now, exactly what they spend each month. Most people have a rough idea. A rough idea is not enough. Your first task this week is to open your last 3 bank statements and categorize every single transaction. Not roughly, exactly. You are looking for 4 things: fixed essential costs, rent, bills, insurance, council tax; variable essential costs, food, transport, healthcare; fixed non-essential costs, subscriptions, gym, streaming services; variable non-essential costs, eating out, shopping, entertainment. Most people, when they do this exercise for the first time, are genuinely shocked, not by one large expense but by the accumulation of small ones. The average UK household has 7 active subscriptions. A strategy to pay yourself first and automate it completely. The single most powerful change you can make to your financial life requires exactly 3 minutes of setup, and you never have to think about it again. On the same day your salary arrives, set up a standing order that automatically transfers a fixed amount, even if it's £50 to start, into a separate savings account. Not a savings pot within your current account, a separate account at a different bank. Ideally one you cannot easily access via your main banking app. The psychological principle here is powerful. You cannot spend money you do not see. When the transfer happens automatically, you adapt your spending to whatever remains. Within 2 to 3 months, you will not notice it is gone. For 2026, I recommend either a Marcus by Goldman Sachs Easy Access account or a Trading 212 Cash ISA. Both offer competitive interest rates and are straightforward to open online. Strategy 3. The subscription audit, and it will likely save you more than you expect. Open your last bank statement. Search for any charge that recurs on the same date every month. Write down every single one. Now ask yourself one question for each. If this subscription disappeared tomorrow and I had to consciously resubscribe, would I? If the answer is anything other than an immediate yes, cancel it today. You can always resubscribe. You cannot recover the money you have already spent. A typical UK professional who cancels just 3 forgotten or low-value subscriptions saves between £360 and £900 per year. That is entirely passive. It requires no lifestyle change whatsoever. One important note: review your subscriptions quarterly. Companies quietly increase prices, often by 15 to 20%, and rely on the fact that most customers do not notice. Set a calendar reminder for the 1st of every January, April, July, and October. Strategy for the grocery reset. Food is the largest variable expense in most UK households, and it is the one area where you have the most immediate control. According to the ONS, the average UK individual spends between £250 and £350 per month on food. With 2 straightforward adjustments, most people can reduce this by £60 to £100 per month without any meaningful reduction in quality. Adjustment 1. Switch your primary supermarket. Aldi and Lidl now consistently rank as the best value for everyday groceries in independent UK consumer surveys. Doing your main weekly shop at Aldi instead of Tesco or Sainsbury's typically saves 25 to 35% on comparable items. Adjustment 2. Meal plan before you shop. Spending 10 minutes on a Sunday planning the weekest meals eliminates the 2 most expensive habits in UK grocery shopping: buying items you do not not use, and ordering takeaways when you haven't decided what to cook. Combined, these two changes can save the average UK household £80 to £120 per month, or between £960 and £1,440 over a full year. Strategy 5. The 50/30/20 budget. The 50/30/20 rule is one of the most effective budgeting frameworks available, and it works on a UK income. Here is how it maps to an average £2,336 take-home salary. 50% needs, £1,168, rent or mortgage, council tax, energy, groceries, transport, insurance. These are non-negotiable. 30% wants £701, eating out, entertainment, hobbies, clothing, travel, enjoyment within a defined limit. 20% savings and debt, £467, emergency fund first, then savings, then any debt repayment beyond minimums. Now if your rent alone is £1,200, your 50% allocation is already exceeded. That is a reality for many UK renters, particularly in London and the South East. In that case, compress the wants category to 20% and savings to 10%. The framework is a guide, not a rigid rule. I would recommend setting up 3 current accounts or pots for this: one for bills, one for spending, one for savings. Many UK banks, including Monzo, Starling and Chase, allow you to create multiple pots within a single account at no cost. Strategy 6. The stocks and shares ISA. And this is the one I promised at the start that most people completely overlook. Once you have your emergency fund in place, that is 3 to 6 months of essential expenses, held in an easy access savings account, every pound you save beyond that should be going into a stocks and shares ISA. Let me explain why this matters, and why keeping all of your savings in a cash account is actually costing you money. UK inflation in recent years has averaged between 3 and 7% annually. The best easy access savings accounts are currently paying around 4.5%. That means, in real terms, the purchasing power of your savings is either barely keeping pace or quietly declining. A stocks and shares ISA allows you to invest up to £20,000 per tax year, entirely free of UK income tax and capital gains tax, invested in a low-cost global index fund, such as the Vanguard FTSE All World or the iShares Core MSCI World. You gain exposure to thousands of the world's largest companies. The average annual return of a global index fund over the past 30 years has been approximately 10%. At that rate, £467 invested per month, your 20% allocation on an average salary becomes over £180,000 in 15 years. The same money in a savings account becomes approximately £108,000. That difference, £72,000, is the cost of not investing. I use Vanguard UK and Trading 212 for my ISA. Both are regulated by the FCA, both offer low-cost index funds, and both are straightforward for beginners. I have linked both in the description with sign-up details. This is not sponsored, these are the platforms I personally use. UK salary is not complicated. It simply requires the right framework and the discipline to set it up once and let it run. To summarize the 6 strategies: know your exact numbers, track every penny for 30 days, pay yourself first, automate savings on payday, audit and cancel low-value subscriptions, switch supermarkets and meal plan weekly, allocate using the 50/30/20 framework, invest your long-term savings in the stocks and shares ISA. If you found this useful, subscribing to this channel takes 5 seconds and ensures you do not miss the next video, which covers exactly how to open and invest your first stocks and shares ISA step by step with a £0 starting point. I have also put a free UK budgeting spreadsheet in the description. It is the exact template I use, and it takes about 15 minutes to set up. Leave a comment below with one thing from this video you are going to implement this week. I read every single one. Thank you for watching. And just a quick reminder before you go, everything covered in this video is for educational purposes only. Please do your own research and consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Capital is at risk when investing.